Farming games are offering calmer worlds built around crops, animals, and simple daily routines. These upcoming titles focus on peaceful exploration, creative building, and steady progression. Let's get into it. Grave Seasons is a narrative farming simulation set in the town of Ashenridge, where the player grows crops, fishes, mines, and sells goods while murders begin to disrupt the community. Daily farm tasks provide resources that also help with investigations, linking the economy to the mystery at the center of the story. The player searches for clues, questions townsfolk, and completes quests to earn trust, which opens new leads and story paths. Crafting items for protection and building relationships, including possible romance options, all influence how the case unfolds and who survives. Japanese Rural Life Adventure is a pixel art life simulation set in the countryside where the player renovates an old house, repairs rooms, and restores the surrounding yard. Daily tasks include growing crops, harvesting rice, cooking meals on a traditional Airori hearth, and making seasonings such as miso for self-sufficient living. The game runs on a seasonal calendar with activities tied to local traditions like shrine visits, festivals, cherry blossom viewing, and winter temple bells. Players manage energy while fishing, collecting materials, and building relationships with villagers to help revive the community. Windwoven is a pixel art life simulation set on land at the edge of a forest, where the player clears soil, grows crops, raises animals, and builds a homestead. Materials gathered from mining, fishing, and foraging are used to craft tools and upgrade buildings across the village. Seasonal changes and weather affect daily routines, while festivals and community events introduce new activities. Interactions with townsfolk unlock quests, branching storylines, romance options, and family life. Fourleaf Fields is a life simulation set in a tiny world where the player is the size of a carrot and interacts with oversized crops, insects, and household objects. Tasks include watering plants with large droplets, slicing giant vegetables, and caring for farm bugs like bees, moths, butterflies, and ladybugs. The game features a gossip-based progression system where collected rumors unlock stories, upgrades, and town improvements. Players can build relationships, trigger events, and play alone or online with others. Solarpunk is a survival simulation set across floating islands where the player builds structures, grows food, crafts gadgets, and travels between islands using a personal airship. Energy comes from solar, wind, and water systems that power machines and automated tasks like resource gathering and irrigation. Players design their own bases, store electricity in batteries, and use drones to handle routine work. The game supports solo or co-op play with shared building projects and exploration. Farmbotic is a simulation where the player builds a high-tech operation using robots to automate planting, harvesting, and resource transport. Specialized hubs and machines handle routine work, allowing systems to run more efficiently over time. The player explores underground mines to collect ores, fights mutated creatures, and uses rare materials to unlock advanced tools, plants, and machinery. Quests from villagers, cooperative play, and shared automation projects expand both the settlement and production networks. Dreamstranded is a survival adventure where the player wakes in a mysterious land with no memories and must gather food, collect materials, and build a home. Activities include fishing, hunting, cooking, and crafting gear to stay alive. Monsters roam the wilderness, so the player prepares weapons, learns magic, and fights to secure resources. Villagers can be recruited to form a small tribe, while clues across the land slowly reveal the reason behind the arrival in this world.
Fresh bit, fresh cut, and still fresh twitchy.
Collector's Cove is a sailing life simulation where the player travels across open waters with an animal companion while managing a floating base. The player grows crops on the ship, catches fish, and gathers materials from different islands and climate zones. Collected items are recorded in a compendium, encouraging the search for rare species and resources. Crafting systems allow the ship to be upgraded and personalized, while the bond with the animal companion unlocks new interactions and abilities.
You heard the news? We've got something.
Starsand Island is a life simulation set on a seaside island where the player grows crops, raises animals, builds a home, and interacts with local residents. Activities include fishing, crafting, decorating buildings, and shaping the land around the property. The island can be crossed using vehicles, boats, and paths through forests and coastlines. Quests, friendships, romance options, mining areas, and combat encounters add goals while the player uncovers secrets hidden across the island.
The fresh scent of the island. Brother, the sea breeze here feels so refreshing. Don't you think?
We're here.
Hey, I'll be waiting. Hey there. Hello.
Morning.
Pokémon Pokopia is a sandbox life simulation where the player controls a Ditto in human form and builds habitats on a deserted island to attract different Pokémon. The player gathers materials, constructs structures, and designs living spaces to grow a shared settlement with their companions. A story mode guides the island's development, while open-ended building systems allow players to shape the layout and expand after the credits. Multiplayer features also let friends cooperate on construction and settlement growth.
Well, would you look at that? Ditto's found a rather unique-looking Tangrowth to chat with.
Let's have a listen. Oh, I suppose you might not fully understand what they're saying. So how about I interpret? Ahem.
Gadzooks! A human? Wait a moment. Are you a Ditto? Please call me Professor Tangrowth. It's been quite some time since I last laid eyes on a human or another Pokémon. This place was once home to many humans, but now it's, well, what you see. The grass and trees are withered and dry, and all those humans and Pokémon who once lived here, they're gone. But that was then. Things have changed. Out of nowhere, I met you. Hope springs anew. What do you say? Will you help me restore this land to the lively place it once was? That might make it possible to see a world overflowing with Pokémon again, just like the old days. Oh ho! So you'll help? Wonderful! I feel quite inspired myself.
A ray of hope has finally shone on the lonely Professor Tangrowth. And heartened by that warmth, Ditto and the Professor begin rebuilding the world anew. Create habitats and meet Pokémon. Creating habitats will attract Pokémon. Different Pokémon are attracted to different habitats. If you want to make lots of friends, you'll need to create habitats that suit each Pokémon's individual preferences. What happens if you place a fishing rod and a chair by the seashore? Look, a Magikarp. Pokémon with big personalities will appear in the diverse habitats you create.
I wonder if a Pokémon is rustling around in there. Surely it's only trash. Ah!
Learn moves from Pokémon. Your new Pokémon friends may teach you their signature moves, like Squirtle's water gun. It can revitalize dried-up things. Use the moves you learn to refresh the land, clear paths, till fields, grow vegetables, and more, expanding the places you can visit and what you can achieve. Certain Pokémon can also teach you special moves. For example, you can transform into Lapras. While Ditto might not start out as the best swimmer, this transformation makes traveling to distant islands a breeze. By transforming into Dragonite, you can reach far-off places in no time.
I'd wager we can make this place a lot greener if you use your water gun on the dry, tall grass. Ah! I haven't withered away yet, you know.
Craft fun things. You can craft at a workbench using the materials you've collected. Take a few leaves and, ta-da, a straw bed. From furniture and toys to streetlights and roads, you can use the items you craft to build a beautiful town or make Pokémon more comfortable as you transform your space into a vibrant place to live.
Oh-ho! You made some toy blocks. I haven't the foggiest idea how to use them properly.
Grant Pokémon's requests. Pokémon can have unique requests for you. Oh, looks like Squirtle wants to go somewhere. It's up to you to find a way to lead them where they want to go. You may also find Pokémon who need your help stuck in harsh, desolate areas. And you'll need to work together with other Pokémon to complete particularly important requests.
Do I have a request? It would warm this old heart to see humans and Pokémon living happily together once more. Are you listening?
Work together with Pokémon. Your Pokémon friends will help you rebuild your world. They can light campfires, water plants, help crops grow, get light shining, and so much more. If you work together with several Pokémon, you can even build grand houses.
The Pikachu fountain is complete! Although, upon closer inspection, this Pikachu has a rather curious expression.
So many ways to play. Snap a photo of your new renovations. Say cheese! You can capture your memories and add them to your album. Then change up your look. And don't forget to decorate your room. With multiplayer, up to 4 friends can join in the fun. So why not build a delightful life together with your closest friends? Game Share is also supported, so you can share the game with someone who doesn't own it and play together on Nintendo Switch or Nintendo Switch 2 systems.
Oh, you've changed up your look. Now, why does seeing you like this make my eyes a bit misty?
Whether solo or with friends, you're free to do whatever you want, from granting Pokémon requests to building the town of your dreams. Set out on an adventure to create a flourishing world where Pokémon live in peace and comfort. What else is waiting for you? Pokémon Pokopia!
Pal World Palfarm is a life simulation set on an island where the player lives alongside creatures called pals and works together with them to manage daily tasks. Each pal has specific abilities, such as planting, watering, harvesting, or assisting with crafting, which help maintain production. The player builds relationships with residents and pals through conversations, gifts, and shared work. Combat encounters with hostile creatures provide resources, while marketplaces allow trading of crops, goods, and rare items. Petit Planet is a free-to-play life simulation where the player acts as an architect of a small, customizable planet, choosing its base environment and shaping it with buildings, decorations, and terrain changes. Daily tasks include gathering resources, fishing, crafting, and rearranging structures on a grid-based system. The player interacts with neighbors, completes quests to unlock new areas and abilities, and travels through the Star Sea to collect materials. Multiplayer features allow visits to other planets and meetings in a shared social hub.